Greetings and love, people. Welcome to Homeschooling Exposed. So the question I'll be answering today is, what skills and qualifications do you need to become a homeschooling parent? Well, the first and only certification you need for this is this. Yes, a birth certificate. From you obtain one of these and you have a child, that is the only certification you will need to qualify you to become a homeschooling parent. Three main skills that I feel are required are love, patience, and energy. Those three ingredients give you the skills that are necessary to homeschool your children, because they do require a lot of patience and they do also require a lot of energy. But those two things combined with love give you all the qualifications and skills you need to homeschool. Because being at home and being a parent is something that people do all the time. Homeschooling is not very different. It's just the same thing you do, but just for a longer period. So if you do things like this, cleaning, you can clean with your child and make it a more fun learning process. If you do things like cooking and baking, having fun with your children, learning in the kitchen can be a very good learning opportunity for not only yourself, not only your child, but for yourself also as a parent. That is where the patience would come in, when you are learning how to cook and clean with your children and they are helping. They are also learning about cooking and cleaning. You also, if you are able to do things like take your children to the park and have fun with your children in the park, also there is taking them to theme parks. Theme parks, which is a fun activity to do whilst children are in school, which means children get to go on rides over and over again, having fun. With less people in queues. Also to take your children to trips to museums. Museums can be very informative and fun for learning, free experiences for you and your children and your children's friends, and they're good for networking in groups of other homeschooled children and children in general. Museums are a very good, informative learning process for the whole family to enjoy, and different activities happen in different museums all over London or Birmingham or wherever you are. You will find that museums are very informative, insightful, fun activities that you can take your children to. There's also libraries. Libraries are such an amazing learning experience. All types of things can happen in libraries. Taking your children to the library can be a very insightful experience. Reading with your children is very important and also helps them to enjoy reading more when you read with them. Borrowing books from the library. There's loads of different activities that happen during the library sessions for children, which can be fun, a good fun learning process. Another important skill to have is learning how to have family time. Playing simple board games with your children can be so good for family growth and learning all in all. So much social learning goes into playing family games, which is a fun, enjoyable experience that you can have with your children. Those are the skills and qualifications I feel that you need to become a homeschooling parent. I hope that answered your questions. So the next question I'll be answering is, do you need to follow the national curriculum if you decide to homeschool your children? Short answer, no. No, you don't need to follow the national curriculums. If you listen to my previous video, when I explained to you the law states that you need to educate your children otherwise, which means that you can educate your children differently or in another way. And the schools follow curriculums because they are schools. As a parent, you can choose to follow the curriculum if you would like to, but it's not a necessity. Me, myself personally, I used it as a base. So I would check the curriculum to see what level and stage my children would be at if they were in school, and I used it as a baseline. I didn't necessarily stick to their guidelines and the way they structured their curriculum. I used other methods in order to educate my children, and that is what you can do as parents, because it is up to you how you want to educate your children. Basically, your curriculum can be designed however you choose. If you choose that you would like your children to be learning all about their physical body and how it works for the year, that is your prerogative. You can choose to do that. If you choose that you want your child to be learning about traveling the world this year, that is your curriculum, and you will just have to teach them around that. You are the parent and you are in control. So those are the questions that I thought needed to be exposed. In my next video, I'll be answering questions of how do you deregister your children from school if they have already started, and what is this social life? Do homeschooled children get any socialization? Is that possible? If you're homeschooled, if you're an only child, can you have a social life? Because this is a question that is raised very high in the homeschooling world. Also, in my next video, I'll be giving out some useful links that give you more information on homeschooling, recommend some good books that will guide you, that I found for myself to be very, very helpful on my journey. So share, like and subscribe, and email any questions to homeschoolingexposed@gmail.com. That's homeschoolingexposed@gmail.com. Thank you for watching. More peace, more love.